I had one of those dreams last night. You know the one, where you luck upon a great fishing spot full of hungry fish. In this instance, I had drifted along the peaceful river of slumber and gently tumbled into a hidden sheepshead hole, where striped fish lay by the hundreds, maybe even the thousands. I envisioned a great night of dreamy fish action ahead of me, so I dropped the biggest, most tantalizing shrimp I could come up with at this time of night and waited for my first customer to bite. That's when the nightmare began. The sheepies were sheepish, as not a nibble did I encounter the whole night, and another striped creature invaded my drowsy senses and made his rather odorous presence known.
Fanatic, what are you doing at my house and in the room where I sleep?
We're in the office.
The office? I'm at work. See, I can't get to sleep at night. I've been counting sheepshead, but I'm not catching enough of them.
Maybe you should try ladyfish, catfish, things you can catch.
Coffee. I'll take that. Cheers.
Brushing my supportive friend's sarcasm aside, I quickly got myself properly attired for an angling jaunt to Fanatic's secret fishing hole. Boy, the low tides this time of year, though, made it tough. However, my hopes were high that I would find plenty of wintertime sheepshead. Fanatic got the first bite and pulled up what I was after.
A little tangled around his chin there.
Shrimp number one.
Shrimp number one for me.
It was now my turn, though I had doubts this was a sheepie, unless it was the planet's all-time record.
That's a sizable fish. Look at that boil in the water. Oh my goodness. Nice one.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Look at that thing. Woo. He's got 10 pounds at least. Oh, look at that. He's got some girth.
Riding the drum train. Oh, yes. Look at that, Fanatic.
That's pretty. That is pretty.
That is a nice drum, isn't it?
He's losing his stripes.
Yeah, the stripes are going away. When they're smaller, they're really distinctive. You can see the whiskers on them.
Shave.
Yeah, shave a little bit before you get in front of the camera. Look at the broad head on him. Look at that. He's going. It's a little warmer up here. I think I'll stay up here for a while. All right, he's going to go in a second. He's going to go in a second, right? See, that wasn't so bad, was it? There you go. He's about ready. He's sluggishly and... There you go. There you go. I can see that bending. What?
The fishing action started to turn on as the tide washed in over the warm sand and heated oyster beds. I just wish the convict fish was part of the lineup.
He tagged me, and then he lost it, and then he came back on it. He hit it hard. Small little guy. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. They look bigger in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that, Fanatic's right on my spot. I look over, I thought I'm gonna see clear area, and I see a line going straight across me there. I know what that means. You're getting hit. No redfish, no, no.
Excuse me, can you move? It's blocking my view.
I'm telling you, it's a drum train.
Yeah, it is. He just doesn't want to come this way.
Look at those big eyes.
Man, look at that. He's got a little
Yeah,
sea
get that.
lice here.
Those parasites. Those parasites off of them.
Put that on your shoulder.
Hey, thank you.
That's
Get that off. It's gonna go up my nose or something.
How quickly he knows which way he's going. You hear that?
Here.
Was that you or was that Wes?
That was my stomach.
Oh.
Well, Fanatic landed the only sheepshead of the day. I could only hope that my one caught drum would be sufficient for a decent night's rest. Unfortunately, Countin a drum was a poor substitute for counting sheepshead, and I didn't sleep a wink. The next day, I quickly scheduled another sheepshead shoot. The professor kindly joined me on this venture.
That's good meat for sheepshead. It's a good bait to use. You see this lying all around here along the edges. Break some open, take them with you, and use them as bait. We've got shrimp today, but we're also going to use this. Sheepshead love that. Folks, this is a handy tool to have when you're out here and you get to your spot that you can chum a little bit. If the fish aren't around, this might get them to come from all directions. Come to your spot to enjoy the buffet. Hopefully you can enjoy the fishing. There you go. Chumming real good there. Be careful with all of this, folks. This is really sharp. These things are sharp. And Wes will attest to that. He just got cut. So he's doing a little chumming as well.
Docks are a great area for sheepshead to gather, but on this day, the mingling crowd turned out to be pinfish. Pinfish, pinfish, and more pinfish.
Congratulations. Now get that baby off of there. Good luck on that.
Taking on desperate measures, we anchored ourselves next to the rocks in front of Demon's Landing. The water was really turbulent. This area was almost a sure bet for a
Nice
sheep.
keeper sheepshead there. Definitely. Look at that. Yeah. All right. Not bad.
Many out there.
I'm trying. But you know, sheepshead. It's not easy catching sheepshead. I'll say that much. This guy's a little smaller, but it is a sheepshead. Just little dinks, and I waited for a little bit of heaviness, and then, pow, got him. The convict fish, stealing me blind for a while there. Wes, he's floating away from us. He's going out to sea. See you later.
With 2 sheeps caught, I started to count my way to sleep. 1, almost out. 2, I can hear a snore coming on. Now, 2 sheepshead to count me to sleep, that's pathetic. Sweet mother of rings under my eyes. The next day, I headed out to the DeSoto Flats. I had some sheepshead luck there at a certain spot last year, so again my hopes were high. First, I stopped at the Tierra Verde bait bucket shop for some sheepy pointers.
All right, Jackie, Kevin, when you come to the bait bucket, you're about to go sheepshead fishing. You have 2 choices, sand fleas or
regular shrimp.
Now shrimp, what you really want is you want the small ones, right?
Correct.
Why is that?
Well, you put them on a little hook and they swallow the whole thing. They don't just steal your bait and run away.
Right, which they've done to me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we like that. We train them to do that.
Oh, so I'll come back and get more. Jackie, any secrets for me?
Well, a small hook and a small bait.
Yeah, like half a shrimp at the most. Remove the tail
So just use that.
and push the hook in as far as you can. And a half a shrimp will catch many more than a whole.
So
Seems
instead
like
of
a
using
whole,
the-
he'll take it,
Yeah.
but he'll get it from you.
Yeah, he's more likely to get it from you. But
Right.
with pieces of it, you have
You
a
get
better
'em.
chance,
You got a
especially an
better-
amateur, somebody that hasn't really sheepshead fished a lot.
You'll get them.
In fact, if you're going to use the sand fleas, now Bob, I know he cuts them in half.
So that's a good, sometimes you can use whole, but a good tip is to cut the
Yeah.
sand flea in half.
Cut it in half and hang it vertically on the hook.
Okay, well I hope I do you guys proud going out there. I've lost sheep because, Jackie, usually people count sheep when they go to sleep at night. I count sheep's head, so I need to catch a lot of them.
It was now time to hit the flats. Backup cameraman Tim Hoffman joined me on this venture. Today, I was using 15-pound tough line, which is the highly sensitive braided line. I would be ready to jump on the slightest tap.
You slapped me hard. Just like that. Down at the bottom, right under my leg there. And gone. Usually I hook these shrimp through the head, but I think I better put it through the tail. That's basically it. Another red? Another red? Not exactly the fish we were looking for, but definitely one you'll find out here.
On the flats, especially around deeper creek mouths, you'll find a variety of fish.
Look at that, folks. I think if this was in 3D, you'd be wet right now. Another drag taker. Oh, we finally got a sheepies. Can't use the bokeh grip on this guy. Gotta grab him. Look at that. Those teeth look like my grandfather's teeth, except these don't come out. They look like human teeth. You cooperated well. Gave us a good fight, my friend. See you later.
When fishing for sheepshead, try to always keep tension on your line to feel the slightest nibble.
This one almost took me in. Whatever this is. Man. There we go. He's calmed down a little bit. I think they fight harder when you get the hook into one of their vital organs, and I hope that I didn't hurt this guy. We'll find out. Up.
Pray for sheepshead and get a redfish. And another. And another.
Yo! Nice. Woo. Slap it.
By nightfall, I was getting strung out. And my last fish caught that
See
night.
the stripes on there? He looks like a sheep's head, but he's not. It's a drum from the redfish family. Red drum, black drum, they call them.
After the red invasion today, slumber was out of the question, as hundreds of little redfish plopped themselves right into my frayed consciousness. Would I ever catch enough sheepies and sleep again? Stay with me, folks, to find out. Okay, here was my plan. If I couldn't catch a decent amount of sheeps, I would go buy a bunch of sheepshead at the fish market. Maybe then I'd finally be able to sleep. The great thing about Trapman's is you can get your bought fish filleted. And being a lazy average angler, that was right up my alley.
Sean, catching sheephead is hard enough, but actually filleting them is even harder to some people. They get a little intimidated, but you think it's pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it's not so tough. Once you get into it, you find out that there's a high rib cage on it.
Right.
You won't get as much meat out of, say, a sheep's head as you would out of another fish, just
Right.
because of that reason. The fillet kind of starts at the top of the head and works its way down along the center and then back out around the bottom.
Okay, well, let's see. You go to work.
All
The
right.
expert at work. First, I guess a sharp knife is essential.
Yes, a sharp knife is very essential.
And that glove sure does help with holding that fish down.
Yeah.
I've got one of those. Okay, so you've made a cut here and you're coming back this way.
Yep, just follow it along the rib cage.
Okay.
Or the backbone, I mean, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Once you get in here, you'll feel that rib cage. Okay, it's right about there.
All right.
Okay, this is the top of the rib cage here. And I just work my way through the fish, down the back. Gotta watch that rib cage. Let your knife kind of just glide along the side of that rib cage.
Right, and a sharp knife is essential too, right?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's a pretty good chunk of meat there.
Right.
And the rib cage
But you
again.
lose- Yeah.
Yeah, you're losing that whole indentation right there where the rib cage was.
Correct. Same thing with the other side.
Okay. Well, let me ask you something else, Sean. When you're keeping fish, is it better to keep it on the red side or the other side?
Well, if you're gonna store fish, it's like if I do a bunch in the morning, we lay them red to red.
Okay.
They fit perfect that way. And then we just lay the white and then a red to red.
Sean, that was fast. That was,
yeah.
And that was easy.
They're easy.
Yeah.
They're not too bad to do, really.
I think that's a misconception that
Right.
it's so hard to
hardest
fillet
thing, like I
sheep's head.
yep, the
But
hardest
it's
thing is-
essential to have knives, at least sharp knives,
Right.
when you're working
Yeah.
with them. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Thanks,
the,
Sean.
The hardest thing was the rib cage.
I won't shake
that.
your hand because you've got a sharp knife in it.
Conquer that,
There
and you
you
got it
go.
all conquered.
Stay hooked, folks, as my quest for sheep's head continues after these messages.
Glenn,
Just put the pastry there.
Glenn, we're going fishing.
Oh, and you are?
I'm Captain Tommy Ziesman, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Tommy. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately, so just bear with me. If we can get on a lot of sheep's head, then I should be okay. But tell me, Tommy, you've been catching a lot of sheep's head.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully the trend will continue today.
Let's hope.
Give me some of the lowdown on the tools that you're using today.
All right, what I've done is I've tied a 1/0 hook to a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader. I use a pretty long piece just because. But
15-pound is pretty good. I mean, you want to get kind of lighter for sheep's head. You don't want them to see it.
so
Yeah.
much because I'm just going to be free lining the shrimp, so the presentation's going to be in front of them for a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to see the line. And then I'm going to put on a little piece of lead, which I think you fell asleep on.
Some split shot?
Yes,
You're
sir.
using some split shot.
I'm
Okay,
going to
I've
run it
used
about
that.
18 inches up because
Right.
the spot we're going to be fishing is just a little deeper.
Thank the fish gods for Captain Tommy, stepping in to help me get more sheep's head. Buying them at the market is great, but I needed to catch a
That's
bunch.
got to be a sheep right there. Is it a sheep's?
Definitely a sheep.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little bigger.
Yeah. Is that because the tide's coming in?
Or all the shrimp we're feeding.
Yeah. Tommy, I think this fish was one I caught earlier, but you've been feeding him so much shrimp, he got bigger.
Grew?
Yeah.
It's possible.
Talk to me about, we're on a flat right here, but we're around a deep area.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of times people don't think of sheep's head on the flats. But if you have a deep hole somewhere, there's a possibility that they'll be there.
Yeah, what I found is when you have a deep hole with a surrounding flat, there's shrimp all up in these grasses, burrowed in here to, try and stay warm during these colder months.
See, a lot of people don't think that either. I wouldn't have thought that there were shrimp in here in the colder months.
Actually, a lot of the shrimp you would buy, say, in a tackle shop are caught on the flats at night. People don't know that. They think all their shrimp comes from deep water. A lot of it's caught right on the flats, just around the corner from here.
And so that's where all the feed is coming from for the sheep's head and redfish.
Redfish too, speckled trout, black drum occasionally. Matter of fact, I saw a whole bunch of raccoons in here yesterday feeding on the shrimp.
I need to hold the rod.
That's a nice slab.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't know if he's as big as mine, but
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. Yeah. Boy, look at how heavy they are.
they're thick and dense.
I'm gonna let him go on his way right off the bat. Now
That's what we're talking about. Isn't that what we're talking about, Tommy?
That's what I've been talking about.
You've been talking about it.
That's a sheep.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at the
a
way
sheep,
you
yeah.
see his tail beating, that rod going
Yep.
back, 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 back. That's his tail beating.
Trying to
You want me to hold the rod? That seems to be when I hook up.
Man, he's full of fight.
Get the sheep. Not our biggest, not our smallest. That's a nice one. Nice slab there.
Look at him, making circles, trying to find us.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That's enough for me to get a good night's rest, I think. Well, folks, I do believe I finally caught enough sheepshead. And now here's the email bucket with your great catches. First up is Harry K. Sunnylow. This is my father-in-law, and I'm proud to show this nice sheepshead that he caught on the flats. Next up, John Cassidy and his father with some nice grouper caught in late December. Here's Taylor Martin with some nice sheepshead. And finally, here's Average Angler Club member Tim Newton with a big snook caught from his kayak. Speaking of club members, Bill Legor wanted to learn more about the sand flea shovel. The shovel is great for catching sand fleas in the surf. Just position yourself at the edge of the water, look for the exposed critters scurrying after the receding wave. Quickly scoop, sift, and presto, primo, pompano, and sheepshead bait. Once you get hooked up, though, don't let those big sheepshead pull you in. Club member Jason Crosby will attest to that. I had one of those dreams last night. You know the one, where I luck upon a great fishing spot, and the fish are actually biting. Oh, wait a second. That's footage for the next show. Sorry.